Dr. Eric Berg is getting more famous all the time for his teachings on YouTube, even though he's not a doctor. And his viewer base gets larger and larger, with more people flocking to his channel, even though you can't stay on the diet that he teaches, because it's dangerous, unhealthy, and drives you crazy, makes you depressed. Hey everybody, this is Gary Carburetor. I'm going to be reviewing an article in Woman's World magazine, which is actually a tabloid, and yeah, we'll get into that. So I've known of Dr. Berg and have been critiquing him for the last 3 years now. I've known of his keto diet for 5 years now, so I know this guy pretty well by now, and I could tell you some stories, like his troubles with the law, but this isn't the video for that. Let's just get into the article. Okay, right now I'm going to read this article and give you my critique of what I'm reading. It's a small article in here, just 2 pages with pictures. The title is called Slimming Success Anti-Aging Keto. Now, I already have 2 complaints here. Number 1, when people claim weight loss success, they're almost always talking temporary, short-term. This diet is no different, as you're just as likely to gain the weight back. You can lose weight on any diet. And this claim anti-aging is just baloney. See, I'm familiar with these circles, the high-fat circles on the internet. They're like Trumpism. Sorry, I've just seen so many parallels with the diet community and politics. They're the side that will say anything. Claiming anti-aging is a red flag, too. Okay, here's the article. Women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond are flocking to keto diet guru Eric Berg, DC. If you watched a video I made a couple months back where I was on the bike talking about some diet commercial I saw, so I was talking about how diets will target genders. Oh, and that has nothing to do with it. They only target genders because they know that works. It's a great marketing ploy. Well, why would it be women? Say diet guru Eric Berg, DC. You probably didn't catch that. On the cover of this magazine, it says Dr. Eric Berg. Here they say Eric Berg, DC. No doctor. That's right, people. He is not a doctor. He's a chiropractor, and I guess the law allows them to call themselves doctors. But I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So they say that women are flocking to him, and it's no wonder. Really? Let's see why it's no wonder. Quote, my keto approach. Right there, I got a comment. Oh, short article, but I'm never going to get through this, am I? I'm proving a point here. That I can expose the tricky nature of not just every sentence here, and every sentence in his videos, but even 3 times a sentence here. That shows you just how much trickery is going on here. Anyway, my keto approach, the problem with that is keto happens to be, as crazy as it sounds, it is the #1 diet, most popular diet right now, which means it won't be in a year. It'll be something else. That's the way diets work. They go in trends because the last one did not work. And see, he separates himself by saying his approach is different. He tells people that regular keto is not good, which is true, but here's his version of keto. It's a good marketing technique, and that's the reason he's popular, one of the reasons. So he says my approach not only helps burn fat quickly, it has a tremendous anti-aging effect. Did you notice another word there? Tremendous? That's hyperbole. That's another red flag right there. That's 2 red flags right together. Lie big, people. That's the Trump-Hitler philosophy. The bigger you lie, the more people are going to believe it. I've been following the keto circles for like 5 years now, longer than Eric Berg has been on YouTube. And I have not noticed an anti-aging effect at all. Never mind a tremendous one. I am the one who's not aging. It is because I eat a carb diet. All carbs, Then the article says here, after that quote, it says the Virginia-based natural health expert. Keto's not natural. Humans are frugivores. They're not carnivores. It's wildly popular. It's wildly popular YouTube videos on reigniting metabolism, SAG-free weight loss, and more have racked up more than 370 million views. I know a guy on YouTube that they call Durian Rider, and he's got that many views. His approach is the opposite. To talk about his secret here. Here's the secret. It's social media. Do something crazy on social media. The way the internet works, when something gets attention, it just snowballs and becomes wildly popular. While most of the things on the internet never get seen, by snowballing, the bigger the snowball gets when it's rolling down the hill, the more snow it picks up. And the bigger it gets, and then the cycle goes out of control. That's what the term means when people say it's snowballed. It's growing like crazy. Oh, and speaking of crazy, that's exactly how something gets attention in the first place. The crazier it is, the more people give it attention. Even negative attention, it's no such thing as negative publicity. People will say, look at this crazy stuff, and it just spreads through the internet that way. And that's the secret. That's the secret of all these crazy people. Most of the popular YouTubers are crazy.
Opening my eyes to the crazy, I guess.
And the first thing I want to say is, like, it's amazing that you interviewed that vegan guy. I don't know how the heck that you got through that, because I was like just cringing. The guy is literally insane. And
this was with Vegan Gains, for those of you who don't know, but I went into that hoping, hey, maybe I can get some information across. Maybe I can educate some people. Lamb kidneys and some liver. This is a piece of baby lamb liver.
Another frequently asked question on my channel, how should I get into raw meat?
They were eating raw squirrel meat.
I've had food poisoning 3 times already.
These very tiny, cute little kidneys are the baby lamb kidneys. I know it's a little cruel, look how tiny they are, but what are you going to do? So
the guy is literally insane. And
it ended up just being like he wanted to be right.
I want to be in physically less pain. I'm going to die pretty damn soon. Trying to exercise, trying to control what I eat, trying to calorie count. I just don't have the discipline. Continue to move closer to surgery. A lot of people have been discussing me over the past couple of weeks. Why would you risk your life to do this? Well, I'm going to die one way or the other. It's not much of a risk. Being physically beaten, sexually assaulted, and mentally assaulted. And even though there's a lot of mental craziness, and even though there's a lot of physical pain, I wouldn't change it for the world. One of the most hilariously sarcastic things you'll ever see. I'll warn you, he's a pretty edgy guy.
Hey, did you guys know deer can survive up to 5 minutes underwater? It's incredible the things you learn working for Tyson Foods' venison department. We employ all manner of disturbing deaths that ensure the deer is tense as a cinder block when it perishes. I'm certainly a haunted man. Did you also know deer could scream? Alright, shit, I forgot what video this was on. Anyway, I don't like brown people, Trump 2016, and you're welcome.
And that's Eric. Yeah, it's pretty much Eric. Please learn from my mistakes.
Most of the popular YouTubers are crazy, weird, just something just really sticks out. That's wrong. And that's what I called the Trump effect. When Trump came out running for president, I had already been familiar with this effect, and it's as if Trump knew about it, and he used it to trump all of his opponents. They're about to explain his secret. And another quote from him. See, this magazine's not going to step up, are they? I'm just reading this for the first time. I don't know, but I know how it goes. Quote, the right dietary choices make every cell, organ, and system healthier. Yes, fruits and vegetables, people. You've always heard it. It's the truth. He's against most fruits and vegetables. That's how crazy these people are. And I don't have time to get into all that. Just watch my other videos. And that takes years off the way you look and feel. And Torah is living proof. Oh boy. Okay, that's not a quote right there. That's what this magazine says. And that is a scientific fallacy. It's unscientific. One person is not living proof. One person is an anecdote at best. Even if she's telling the truth, it doesn't prove. You're just cherry-picking two things, putting them together and saying one is causing the other, when the cause could be a number of things. So another quote here. This is from Leanne. At age 66, I was able to drop 75 pounds without any sagging. I don't think so. I do not think so. She's from Florida. Speaking of Florida and Virginia, well, I was going to avoid attacking the messenger's hometown, home state, but those are like the two worst states in the U.S. And we've seen them; they make a lot of news in the last couple of years. I was going to avoid it, but once I saw Florida, every time I see Florida, they pop up a lot. When I'm reviewing something bad, Florida comes up so much. She said, plus my energy soared. And again, I have to stop and say that is total BS. This diet destroys your energy. I saw it firsthand in my own house. He could have been killed by passing out, falling on his head. I can't even read this last sentence. It's so stupid. These are just lies. I wasn't going to be this extreme in my wordage. I didn't think it would be like, this is just nuts. This is a tabloid. This is the right newspaper for a guy like him. For those who aren't familiar with the keto diet, the gist is this. Let's see if they even get it right. By reducing carb intake, you drastically lower blood sugar, which is not good. Hey, and they call it the body's preferred fuel. That's interesting. That is interesting because in these low-carb communities, they keep getting more extreme because that's a necessary thing for social media to keep getting attention. They've gone so far these days as to say blood sugar is not the body's preferred fuel, it's fat, which is ridiculous. The world's food growing out of the ground that supplies all of animal life, it's mostly carbohydrates. Most animals are carnivores, so they're right here. That blood sugar, it's right in the blood where it needs to be. When you lower that, it forces your system to turn fat, both fat you eat and the stuff in your fat cells, into compounds called ketones that are used as an alternative fuel. I just thought for the first time, it's like alternative facts. Now, when I started this video, I didn't think I was going to even bring up Trump, but it's really working here. Continuing, when we're running on ketones instead of sugar, I know it's coming up. So when you're running on this fat instead of sugar, fat burn spikes up to 900%. I've never read anything like this. That's why it's hard to read. I wasn't sure I was getting it right. Oh, fat burn. They're talking about burning your fat stores. Fat burn spikes up to 900%. Well, that's interesting they use the term 900%. That would be 9 times. 900% is a way of tricking people into thinking it's much more. Up to 9 times. See, there's another word you got to watch out for. Up to 9 times from what? What are you using in comparison? See, they're not saying anything here. And no, it doesn't. There's no benefit here to losing fat this way. You still have to burn through what you ate. Calories in, calories out. It's all the same. It doesn't, this is a lie, people. It's unbelievable that, there again, I'm thinking of Trump. That we're suddenly living in this world where facts and lies aren't clear to people, and it doesn't seem to matter. Here's some more BS coming up here. Plus, ketones suppress appetite. Yes, that's true. But it's not a good thing to suppress your appetite. In the long run, you'll end up gaining the weight back. So right here, they're admitting here, keto people do admit that it works because you eat less. It's kind of a starvation diet. Well, I see this video is going pretty long. Maybe I'll do another video and finish up the article. You can be thin like me without ever going hungry. You do that by eating a diet like mine, the carbohydrate diet. It's a diet that's healthy. It's got a lot of healthy foods in it. It's low in fat, of course, you know, but not super low. You can still eat fat. But by healthy, see, what a lot of people mean by healthy is a whole bunch of vegetables. Well, I do not. This diet is not a suffering diet like most diets. The food that's natural for us to eat is going to taste good to us. And those are the foods I recommend that some diet and health experts turn people away from. It's all ignorance on their part.